Wales versus England, guys. Ooh, this is going to be a brutal test match, guys. And perhaps it'll be the biggest game of the year for the Welsh players at Principality in front of their home crowd. Guys, in this video, I'm going to be covering three main areas. The game style and management I expect that England and Wales will operate with. Stick around, I'll do a bit of an overview of some key players that I think will be absolutely crucial in this game for both sides. So that'll be quite interesting, so stick around for that. And then finally, stick around to the end where I give you my match prediction. And yeah, again, there'll be some interesting insights from that. Firstly, I think if you look at the game style and management, I think from both sides, I think firstly we look at Wales. And I think firstly on attack, some people are thinking, will they just come out with a mentality they've got nothing to lose, spin the ball wide and go willy-nilly try and play sevens rugby. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to come out, they'll be brutal with their physicality. They're going to really try and take England on up front, build that pressure, get over the advantage line, but what I do think is, I think when they've got the opportunities and there's potential space on, I think that Welsh side will definitely go big. Whether it's a cross-field kick or spinning the ball wide, I definitely think they'll be hungry and they'll really look to take their chances when on offer. Yeah, so I do think they will be far more attacking than probably what people think. They're playing at Principality in front of their home crowd, so yeah. And the other thing with that, look, I know when I lived in Wales, outside of World Cups, playing their rivals England, that's the biggest game of the year for their players. So they'll come to play. I'm definitely sure on that. I think defence-wise, I think this Welsh side, they'll really bring that line speed and physicality. They'll look to really take on that England forward pack. It'll be interesting to see how they match up. I mean, you look at their players and you probably say that England forward pack is probably on paper going to be too strong for that Welsh forward pack, but like I said, I think they'll really come to play and take on that England forward pack. That breakdown will be quite interesting. Again, you'd think on paper England will probably have an edge there, but I just wonder if Wales might surprise a few people and really come to play. I think they'll look to put quite a bit of heat on Finn Smith. I can see some real physicality put on him. A young fly half, and they'll look to rattle him a bit. And obviously with that line speed, look to shut down that space for England, and so they can't play at that speed and intensity that England can play at. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, please support the channel. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share the video. If you're enjoying, show some support for the channel. So England, yeah. So firstly, I think you look at their attack. I think they'll look to bash that Welsh side up front, some real physicality and speed off the halfback and pick and goes, etc. I think England will probably look to play at a real speed and intensity and try and just play at that speed that Welsh players can't keep up with. I think that speed of the game, if it's too intense and too fast, I think they'll be too good for Wales. So that's what I'm expecting with them on attack. Really fast ruck speed, really fast, wide passing, executing, shifting the ball into space very quickly, hard, fast ball carries, a real intensity and speed with their attack. I think if you look at that England defence, look, I think they're just going to look to dominate that Welsh side physically up front, aren't they? Really impose themselves on that Welsh forward pack, just shut down and take all the air out of their lungs. Really bring some line speed, impose, take away all that space for Gareth Anscombe and wider Welsh players. And then I think the other thing as well, that Murray for the Welsh side at fullback, geez, he's dynamite, isn't he? Real speed, and he can carve teams up. So I think that they'll really look to kick accurately, kick down the line and not give that Blair Murray too much space at fullback for Wales. I think if you look at key players for both sides, firstly, I look at Jack Morgan for the Welsh side. So again, captain, and I think in many regards, this needs to be the biggest and best game that he's ever had in the Welsh jersey. He's a young talent. Look, he's phenomenally talented, isn't he, guys? You know, his ball carries, his work at the breakdown, a number of really good turnovers against Scotland. His defence, you know, hard defender, hard tackles, but he is playing a formidable England forward pack, isn't he? You know, the likes of Ben Earl, a number of very talented, powerful England forwards. So he is going to need to grow an arm and a leg and really rise to the occasion. Talopi Faletau, the next one from me. He's experienced. He knows what these games are like, but, you know, more than ever, Wales need him, and particularly the physicality that he brings. So they're going to need some hard ball carries from Talopi Faletau, making the advantage line. He's going to need to hit rucks really hard and really take on that England forward pack. You'll need that powerful defence against that England forward pack. For me, he doesn't strike me as really a breakdown specialist, Talopi Faletau, but he's certainly a hard ball carrier and a hard defender. So if he's able to bring that raw physicality for Wales, that will definitely help Wales against England. Finn Smith for England. Look, I think Wales are going to really look to target him physically. They'll look to get up there, put some shots on him early, take away his space. So he needs to be ready. And when it's on, England are going to need to play at speed, shift the ball into space quickly, and really play a high-tempo game to enable England to beat Wales. Maro Itoje, yeah, look, obviously captain of England. They'll need some powerful ball carries. He's going to really need to impose himself at that breakdown. And the other thing from me, and the same with Jack Morgan. You know, they're going to need some composure, both these sides. I think there's going to be some real pressure on both teams. There's going to be some clutch moments. It's going to be tough, I think, this game. So just a calm shoulder, just to take a deep breath and get the guys going again. Ben Earl for England. Yeah, look, a good opportunity for him, but look, such a genuine athlete, isn't he, guys? You know, so he defends hard, his work at the breakdown, such a fast, brutal ball carrier, and England are going to need that against this Welsh side. So that physicality from him will be pretty important. Finally, to my match prediction. Yeah, expecting this is going to shock a few people, but yeah, I'll see what you guys think of my prediction. So before I gave my prediction, thought about it. I thought you look at both sides first and foremost. So guys, what do you think of this? Firstly, the reality, you look at England, hungry to win. You know, they want to finish Six Nations on a high. They'll be hungry to win in Wales. They haven't probably had a lot of success there in the last 5-6 years, but yeah, they'll be hungry for a good win at the Principality. You look at Wales, and from me, guys, let me know your thoughts on this. To me, this is the biggest game of the year for 2025. The Welsh players, many of them, I think, would have bookmarked this game January 1st this year. They've lost 16 games in a row now, guys. But, you know, what an opportunity for their team, you know. If they beat, you know, quality side or their arch rivals England at the Principality Stadium this weekend after losing 16 games, you know, I'm sure they'd be, you know, almost forgiven for losing that many games in a row if they could just win this big one against England. So enormous opportunity for that Welsh side, and I think those Welsh players will really come to play on Saturday much more than people think. Anyway, how do I think the game will go? Look, I think that the first half, I just think that first 20 minutes will be really tight. Like, there'll be a lot of emotion from the Welsh players, you know, England players. It's going to be a really intense 20 minutes, real physicality, real speed. But yeah, I think it'll be pretty tight that first 20 minutes. The second quarter of the game, I think it'll still be tight, but I can see, you know, maybe one try each to Wales and England. And then I'm predicting England to be leading by 5 points at half time. I think the second half again will be very close. It'll come down to the wire. And look, to be honest, guys, I could see this game going either way, 12 and under. Honestly, that score would not surprise me either way. But I just think we've seen such a relentlessness from this Welsh side, the biggest game of their year. I just think they're going to keep coming and coming at that England side and attacking the house down. I think England will score another try in the second half, but I think probably Wales, maybe they scored 2 tries in the second half. And this is where you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm actually predicting Wales to win this game by 3 points. So, guys, let me know your thoughts on that prediction. Do you think this is absolutely crazy? Or do you see some of my points and go, I did think he was crazy, but you know what? I actually think he's got some points. Let me know your thoughts anyway. Who do you think's going to win? And what areas do you think are going to be the key to deciding the result of this match? Who do you think the key players or the tactics will be for this game? And guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and add any further comments you think about the match coming up. Can't wait. Cheers.